Hey everybody, my name is Chris Sycon. I'm one of the head coaches here at the Cellar Gym in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm also one of the head coaches for WAKO Team USA Kickboxing. Today I want to do a little fight breakdown on one of the fights that I saw and got to record at the 2015 WAKO World Championships that took place in Belgrade, Serbia. So at that event, we actually had, I believe, 3 fighters from Team USA competing. I was one of the head coaches there. We had Antonio Dvorak and Nate Richardson and Adam Poor all fighting on that show. And after one of the days of the competition, I decided to kind of go up in the stands and just watch some fights and just try to take in as much knowledge as I could. And I really wanted to watch some fights of fighters from Team Russia, because usually Team Russia has some of the best kickboxers in the world. They get by far the most medals, the most gold medals every single world championships. So I wanted to watch some of the fights. I also wanted to get some videos to kind of share this information and kind of share this fight style, their fighter IQ with some of the fighters and coaches back home in the U.S. So this is actually a video that I filmed back from 2015, but I'm kind of getting some time now to kind of break it all down right now, and I want to go over stuff. So I'm going to be going over, as I do the video here, I'm going to first let you guys watch the fight. Let you guys watch the fight as a fan. You can watch all the things going on because there's a lot of good stuff. This is an awesome action-packed fight. There's a lot of great techniques, a lot of dynamic techniques going both ways from both corners. There's also like a lot of really good low kicks. Low kicks going towards the front leg, low kicks going towards the back leg, different angles to set that up. There's some stance changes. There's some really good counters. I love this fight too because both fighters counter back. They're pushing the pace. They're busy, and it's clean. They're all keeping their stance. They're keeping their feet grounded. They're making their shots count with power and good balance all the time. And this is a K1 rules fight, so they're allowed to grab and clinch and do one knee, and they have to let go. And what's nice about this fight is how clean it is. So sometimes you'll see some fights, people will clinch and they'll kind of hold on, they'll kind of sit there and wait for the ref to break them apart. On this one, the fighters do a fantastic job of clinching, breaking, and then going right back to work. So it makes it a very clean fight to watch. It's also just a good demonstration for how kickboxing should look. So again, this fight is going to be a quarterfinal fight from the WAKO World Championships in 2015 that took place in Belgrade, Serbia, between a Russian fighter, Timur Nadrov, and a Polish fighter, Michal Krolnik. This was in the minus 60 kilogram weight division, which is approximately 132 pounds. And again, this was a quarterfinal fight. So this was a fight to get into the semifinals, which would then guarantee one of these fighters a medal at the World Championships. So again, we're just going to play the video first, let you guys kind of watch it here, and just kind of see what you want to see, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Sorry, bear with me here. Okay, here we go. You can notice as well as great sportsmanship throughout this whole fight. That's pretty much how all these WAKO events are. There's countries from all over the world competing. You get the best fighter from every single weight class. A lot of times they face each other before. They've seen each other at European championships or other events. There's always great sportsmanship between the coaches and the fighters at these events. You'll notice too, these fights start off quick. They fight 3 2-minute rounds in this competition, so they're busy. Also, you're noticing they're wearing full gear, so it's headgear, shin pads, and gloves, but these are professional fighters right now. The best of the best from every country, weight class is represented here, and these are professional fighters, even though they're fighting under amateur rules, doing a tournament style with the full protection. These guys also fight as professionals. They take the headgear off, the shin pads off. They fight as professionals as well throughout the year. Notice the quick exchanges. One person throws. A lot of times the other person throws back right away. There's a lot of good counters here. It's a busy, high-paced fight. There's a warning being given here. You're not allowed to catch kicks at all under K1 rules of kickboxing. So the Polish fighter got warned for catching and holding onto that push kick for a little bit too long. That's the end of round one. You're going to notice there's little TV screens here at the very bottom. So at these WAKO international events, there's actually TVs around the ring, and there's little TVs in the corner as well. So all the fans at ringside can see in real time exactly how Judge 1, Judge 2, Judge 3 are all scoring the fight at that moment in time. And then the coaches as well have little TV screens in the corner so they can see exactly what the score is. They can see what things are working for their fighter, what things are working against their fighter as well. And you can give real-time corrections or adjustments in the ring here in between the rounds. Now, for these judges to score points, they have to see a technique that's full power, full speed, full balance, and lands cleanly on the opponent. So if you're throwing a punch, it has to land cleanly on the leg or cleanly on the body or cleanly on the head. It can't bounce off the arm and hit the body. That won't get counted. It can't bounce off the hand and hit the head. That won't get counted either. It's got to be a clean technique. It's also got to be, again, full power, full speed, and full distance. So if you're throwing a jammed up punch, it's not going to count. You got to have good, proper range, proper timing to make that technique get scored on the judges. So in this particular round, first round was over. It was actually a split decision. There were two judges that had it for the Russian fighter, who's in blue. There was one judge that had it for the Polish fighter in red. But the score was very, very close. That one judge for Poland had Poland up by 2 points, or 2 techniques. And then the judges for Russia, one had him up by 2 points, other one had him up by 3 points. This was a really close fight, could go either way. And you're starting to see the Russian fighters kind of pushing the pace a little bit more now. Here there was a warning because the red fighter from Poland threw a push kick that was a little bit low. It kind of hit the Russian fighter in the shorts. So again, second round, they're both pushing the pace a little bit more here, getting busy. A lot of different techniques, a lot of dynamic combinations being thrown here. Jumping knee right there. Grabbing the guard, pulling down, punching over the top. We'll dissect this stuff in a little bit here. Checking kicks is very important in WAKO. It's very easy to see a low kick that lands. Maybe a kick that bounces off the arm is hard to see. So you have to make sure you protect your legs. If somebody kicks you and you don't check it, it's almost guaranteed that the other 3 judges are going to award that fighter a point. You got to try to check low kicks whenever possible. It also means throwing low kicks is important. Throw your hands, finish the low kick whenever you can, because if it lands, it's going to get counted. It's going to get scored. That's the end of round 2. Start to see some urgency here. As the coach from Poland walks in, you can see he's already up in arms. He's ready to go, ready to rile up his fighter. Whereas Russia, they're a little bit more calm, a little more relaxed. Again, these coaches can see in real time how they're doing. After the second round, Russia is starting to take more of a commanding lead. So you're seeing his team, his coach, his corner, they're more composed and more relaxed. As the camera pans over, it's going to show that Poland's a little bit more kind of like excited, a little more anxious. They need to get their fighter to start working here. A lot of times when you're over at WAKO, some of the fights in the quarterfinals to get into the semifinals are the most exciting fights of the whole tournament. That's because, especially like these countries, Poland and Russia, if you get into the medal rounds, if you get a medal, that means your government's going to pay you some amount of money as an award for bringing home a medal. So for a lot of these fighters, going home with a medal means a big financial change for themselves and their family and their livelihood. And if they lose this quarterfinal match, they go home with nothing. So sometimes these fights can actually be more exciting than even the gold medal matches because they are fighting for their livelihood right now. There's something big on the line. Don't get me wrong, a gold medal means even more than a bronze, but these ones sometimes are even more exciting to watch. Let the broken rhythm of that combination there. We'll dissect that one as well later on here. Another beautiful combination. And that sets up a knee to the liver. And this liver knee put the Polish fighter down, and he was unable to continue. So we'll come back and talk about that one as well here. Let me jump ahead just a little bit here. Change my screen size just a little. Okay, so I next want to talk about 5 combinations or 5 sequences that you guys can start doing today to improve your kickboxing skills. So these are sequences you guys can practice at home, maybe doing shadow boxing. You can do them on a heavy bag. If you get a chance, you can do this drilling with a partner. You can also add this stuff into sparring. But these are just 5 simple combinations or sequences that these fighters use very well in this specific match. So here's the first one here for me. If I can get this thing going. So this is actually a simple little sequence that the Polish fighter did a lot. If you watch the fight again, he throws a lot of left kicks, left body kicks, left low kicks, left teeps. He's very left kick heavy. And one thing he does very, very well is he'll throw the left leg inside low kick to disrupt his partner or his opponent's balance. And his opponent starts to get his balance back and starts to re-engage. The Polish fighter loves to throw a left teep right away afterwards, right as his opponent walks in. So let's watch that one again here in real time and real speed. He throws the inside low kick, and as he walks in, he drills him again with that push kick. Let's watch that one more time and go a little slower here. So again, he throws the inside low kick, boom, hits the inside thigh. It moves his opponent's leg. His opponent's actually square for just a little moment of time. When his opponent tries to walk forward, get right back into his stance and re-engage, the Polish fighter throws a push kick right behind it. And if you go back and watch this fight, he does this little sequence about 3 times, I believe, in there. So a great little combination. And again, you can work that on the bag, on the heavy bag immediately, or get used to throwing that shadow boxing immediately. Throw that inside low kick, reset. And he actually lands too, one more time here. He lands behind him. So he throws that inside low kick, he lands behind. He's now a southpaw. That loads that left leg up as a rear leg push kick. So there's a lot of power and a lot of distance to make that kick really, really long. Okay, so that's our first one. Second one here. Okay, this is going to be a left teep again, and he goes into a jump knee. So here's what's happened here. We'll back up here. And again, this one doesn't work, I think, ideally, the right situation for the Polish fighter. This one could work for you guys at home. So what he does is he throws his left leg push kick again. And again, it's a great teep. He knocks his partner backwards. The opponent, again, steps back. He's out of his stance for a brief moment of time. And then his opponent tries to re-engage, and he starts to come forward aggressively. And as he comes forward aggressively, the Polish fighter jumps into a rear leg knee. Now, this could have been a little bit more brutal. This is why I mean it's not like the ideal situation, because when you watch it full speed, the Russian fighter actually starts to kind of stop his momentum right before he gets kneed. But if he was still coming in when the Polish fighter jumped, it'd be like 2 cars going head to head with this big collision. That knee would have hit like twice as hard. So let's watch it again full speed here. Throws the teep, walks in, bang, throws that big jump knee. Watch that one more time here. We'll go slow it down again. Again, he teeps his partner, his opponent, knocks him back as he walks in. He anticipates the guy coming forward and then jumps with the rear leg right into a knee. If you're a Glory kickboxing fan, one of the things that Glory recognizes and scores well is these like high, like dynamic, like exciting moves. So flying techniques are one of the biggest things that get scored in Glory. This is an example of that right here. Okay, let's go to our next one. So third combination. This is a simple combination to set up your knee, and I love doing this stuff here. The Polish fighter starts with he attacks up high with the head with his right hook. He's going to come back down with his left body hook right to the liver. When you attack the body, you force your partner to kind of squeeze up. A lot of times they want to drop their elbows down to block their body and to keep their head safe. They don't only block with their arms, they bring their head down as well. But by dropping your head down, it puts your head in a better position for someone to grab it and knee. So let's watch this one full speed here first. Boom, right in there. I'm going to break that down again a little bit slower here. Oops, sorry, I went to the wrong one. So again, he attacks with the right hook, comes back with the left body shot right to the liver. The Russian fighter defends it well, but still, because he's kind of crunched up in this ball, he's bringing his chin down and his head down lower. That puts him in a really good position for the Polish fighter to grab his head, get some leverage, and throw that left knee right in there too. I like the idea too of going left liver punch right into the left knee, also going to the liver. When you go 2 times really quick, there's a good chance that one of those sneaks through and you hit your partner really hard to the liver and score a devastating shot. Okay? Next combination number 3. This is going to be a really good one from the Russian fighter. I love this combination because he mixes up his speed and his power. Sometimes he's going fast and quick. Sometimes he's going hard and heavy. He's also doing some double ups or some reloads. He's hitting one side, comes back, hits that same exact hand again. So it's 2 things in a row. Let's go full speed here and show you guys how it looks. Okay, let's break it down a little bit slower here. He attacks with just a very quick little pitter-patter, almost jab cross. 1, 2. He throws from there a really hard body shot with his left hand, trying to hit the liver hard. As soon as he hits the liver, he just comes back for a quick little same hand, left hand uppercut. So he got 2 times in a row with the left. Hard left body, quick left uppercut. That uppercut loads up his right hand. He throws a hard right hook right to the jaw. He reloads, throws another right hook with power as well, followed by a left hook, and then that comes back with the right leg low kick. Okay, so again, a lot of different stuff, mixing up his sides. Left, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, going back and forth. And these same side double ups and these speed and power changes makes it really hard to defend this combination. So we just watched that combo from the Russian fighter's point of view. Now watch what happens with the Polish fighter. The exact same clip, exact same combination. Because this stuff is going on and his fighter's breaking the rhythm and changing up which side he's throwing, he's having a really hard time seeing the combination, the attack come his way, and he's starting to reach for things that are not really there. In particular, he's expecting that low kick, and he keeps checking for low kicks that never actually come at him. So again, he's getting attacked right here. He's backing away, the Polish fighter is. He gets hit. He lifts up his leg right here. I'm going to go forward or backwards just a little bit. As soon as that body shot hits him, he blocks the body shot. He's expecting that right low kick. So he picks up his left leg to check the low kick, but it doesn't come. Instead, the uppercut hits instead. And then the right hook hits him instead. Now, at this time, he picks up the other leg, his right leg, because he expects the left low kick to be coming next. But that never comes at him. Instead, he gets hit with another right hook. And again, if you see, he's picking up his left leg right now. And then a left hook, and then his leg goes down, and right after his leg touches the ground, boom, that low kick lands. So he picked up 3 checks for kicks that were not there, and then he got kicked at the end of that 3rd check. So again, the importance here, great combination to kind of show that you guys can be practicing on, but the idea is mixing up your speed and your power and also doubling up your left hand or your right hand a couple times and make it unpredictable for your opponent to defend. It's really easy to defend things that come left, right, left, right, left, right. A lot of combinations go that way. But you start mixing in left, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, left. It becomes way, way harder. So great combination right there. You guys can get started practicing that one right away. One more here. This is actually the fight ending sequence of the entire fight. You're going to see here the Russian fighter throws a little jab, cross jab, makes his partner or his opponent shell up, and then he takes that front hand. Right after that jab, he brings it across his opponent's body. And with that front hand, he grabs the guy's glove, rips it down, and throws a hook. What's cool about this kind of technique is the more you rip it down, the more you pull your left shoulder back. That also loads up your right shoulder, so it gives you great, great power. So here we go. Let's see it here full speed first. And then puts him down. Oops, sorry, let me go back here. Jumped ahead a little too much. So going slow speed now. Again, he goes jab, cross, jab. He hits this jab, and as soon as the jab comes back, he brings it on top of his opponent's glove. Now, this is going left to left. So it's his left hand after the jab grabbing his opponent's left hand, but it's kind of a cross grip because, again, when you're in your stance, left is left under crisscross for each other. So he grabs across his opponent's glove, grabs his glove, and he rips it down. At the same time, he throws a right hook, and that right hook lands clean right on the chin, right on the button here. Now, as soon as he lands that right hook, he's anticipating a counter. So he bobs and weaves underneath his opponent's left hook. He actually almost gets hit by a knee right here. And then as he comes up, he throws a left hook right away. Now, this left hook actually misses, but that's okay. He just uses it as a way to close the gap. He grabs the clinch, and he throws a brutal left knee right to the liver here. Now, he's actually going to throw one more knee, and actually this second knee is going to be technically illegal because if you notice, he's got a clinch right now. And in K1 rules, when you clinch, you can only throw one knee. If you want to throw a second one, you have to let go and re-grab. And if you watch right here, he does not re-grab on this clinch. He maintains that same position and fires one more knee to the head. Now, in WAKO rules, knee in the head is completely legal. Again, these are professional fighters just using amateur padding and stuff and amateur like rounds and length of the rounds. But knees to the head are legal. But again, what makes it illegal is the fact that he didn't let go of his grip. But again, it wasn't the second knee that caused the end of the fight. It was the first knee. It was the knee to the liver. And as you watch it earlier on, the guy was holding his liver afterwards there. So those are 5 combinations that, again, you guys can implement right away to make your skills better. Now, before we go, I want to go through 4 different fight sequences or fight situations that really were impactful for this fight. So this first one here is going to be great defense on the part of the Russian fighter. Oh, sorry. Let me back up. I messed that one up. Here we go. This is the one I wanted. My bad. Okay, again, this is great defense on the part of the Russian fighter. Defense and counter. So let's go slow here. So the Polish fighter throws 2 jabs, and they're kind of like probing jabs. They're trying to just measure distance. There's not really anything on it. He's not trying to blast his partner. And because of that, you're just kind of flipping him out there. The Russian fighter does not respect this jab at all. And that makes him more likely to slip and counter back. So what happens is on the second jab, the Russian fighter does an inside slip. So he brings his head to the inside of the Polish fighter's guard, right inside that punch here. And the same time he slips to the inside, he throws an overhand right that goes over the shoulder and over the hand and arm of the Polish fighter and catches him right in the chin. That thing lands clean. Now, one more thing that kind of happens here. I'm going to go back here just a little bit again. When he throws his overhand right, he kind of drags his back foot with him. So he actually lands into a southpaw stance, and he doesn't stop. He keeps firing right from there. So again, he slips to the inside, fires and connects with the overhand right. He drags his back foot forward and goes southpaw. And you can tell that he's used to training southpaw as well, because rather than landing here and then backing away, getting safe and disengaging, he continues to fight from that southpaw stance. When he's here, he throws that right hook and then comes back with that back leg low kick right behind it at the end. Great little follow-up after his slip and counter. Now, it doesn't stop here. They quickly reset. And as soon as they reset, the Polish fighter throws another jab. This time, the Russian fighter does an outside slip. He slips to the outside of the Polish fighter's arm and throws another simultaneous counter. This time, as he slips to the outside, he throws his left hook kind of as an overhand over his opponent's glove and arm and catches him clean again. And again, he finishes with a back leg low kick. So after he scores that counter, he doesn't stop. He adds on to it. Let's watch both these one more time here in full speed. So again, beautiful slip encounters 2 different times, one going to the inside with his overhand right, one going to the outside with his overhand left, and both times he followed up afterwards. And again, the first one was really pretty because he actually landed as a southpaw and kept going, he kept attacking. Okay, let me jump forward here to my next moment I want to talk about. This is one that I actually played a little earlier on accident here. But I want you just to watch this first and see what's going on here. And I want you guys to see if you guys can tell why I'm picking out this specific moment. Okay, did you see it? Did you catch it? I'm going to go back here. So there's going to be times when you fight. In this case, it was a situation where there's a low blow. Okay, the Polish fighter threw a push kick, ended up kind of landing a little bit low, and the ref just jumped in there and gave him a little verbal warning. Okay, the Russian fighter wasn't hurt, so he restarted the action right away. But that kind of stuff happens a lot in the fights. Maybe you do it, maybe your opponent does it. But what happened here, what was super special, kind of high level stuff, is this Polish fighter, when he got warned, he used that as a moment to reset himself in the ring. So notice where he's at right now, he's very close to being out of space. His back is almost on the ropes, and this Russian fighter in the second round is pushing him, pushing him, pushing him. When the action gets broken and the referee kind of steps in there to talk, the Polish fighter acknowledges the referee. He wants to listen to the warning and show him he's paying attention, but see how he resets himself. He resets himself almost in the center of the ring. He puts himself in a way better position for the future part of the fight. Let's watch again here, full speed. And if you look at where he reset himself to, I mean, he's basically in the middle of the round, or middle of the ring. The middle of the ring is right over here, and he's right next to there. So a way better position than where he started. So again, keep in mind when you're fighting, you're competing, there's going to be times where the action gets broken. Maybe it's like a low blow or a unintentional foul or whatever. Or maybe it's just you guys get clinched and get locked up too long, and the referee jumps in there to separate you. You have a choice. Do you get separated and stay with your back against the ropes? If so, you've got less options now. Your opponent can come after you, and you're stuck. You can't back up. Or when the referee jumps in to separate you, do you move a little bit and rotate and get yourself in a little bit better position? Okay. So again, small little thing here, but it's very, very excellent ring awareness going on here in ring control. So this Polish fighter can kind of dictate where the action takes place. Okay. Let's move forward here. So the next sequence I want to talk about is about getting around your opponent's defense and trying to land those low kicks, okay? I'm going to play it full speed for you guys first, see if you guys can pinpoint what exactly is going on. Okay, so I'll stop it right there. So this is a really cool exchange because it kind of goes both ways back to back. So the Russian fighter starts off first. I'll go slow motion here. He's going to throw a couple punches, a couple body shots. And at this point, when he throws that body shot, the Polish fighter is anticipating that low kick. So he picks up his left leg to check a low kick he thinks is coming next. However, the Russian fighter is watching this. He's looking for his opponent to lift that leg up, to lift that check up. As soon as he sees it, he throws a left hook. Now, the left hook was kind of partially blocked here, but still it pushes the Polish fighter a little bit. What it makes it do is it makes him put his check back on the ground. It's very hard to stay on one foot when someone's pushing you over. So he's pushing with that hook, the Polish fighter, and as soon as his foot touches the mat, boom, that's when that right low kick lands. Let's watch it one more time full speed, then we'll watch the second one after that. That's just great timing right there. He's looking for that leg to come up. Once it does, he hits him, knocks the leg back down, and then kicks the leg as soon as it touches the ground. Okay, so here's the second one. This one's actually done from the Polish fighter's perspective. So watch this one here. Okay. So this one's a little bit hard to see because unfortunately the referee just passes right in front of the camera right as this is happening. I'm going to kind of go slow here and break this down. So the Polish fighter is going to attack. He's going to throw his jab, cross, and his hook. Now as he throws this left hook, watch his back foot. His back foot is going to step forward at the same time as he hooks. So that back foot stepping up is what makes the Russian fighter think that a left kick is coming next. Usually your right foot steps, you throw the left kick. So in this situation, he sees that right foot stepping. The Russian fighter lifts up his right leg. However, I'm going to back up again a little bit. When that happens, the Polish fighter doesn't throw his left leg. Instead, he takes one more left step. It's just a little step. It's kind of disguised behind the referee here. And then after that left step happens, he takes one more additional right step and then throws the left kick at the end. And by this time, the Russian fighter's leg is back on the ground. He's open to getting kicked. It's like a little stutter step in there. He's going to go jab, cross, hook. He steps the right foot, then he steps the left foot, steps the right foot again, and then throws the left kick. Let's go one more time, slow motion. boom, boom. The right foot is stepping right here. You can start to see the left foot move right there. Right foot goes again, and then that left kick lands behind it. So again, just a little like extra little step, little stutter step in there to give the Russian fighter time to put his foot on the ground and open up that low kick for the good score. Let's watch it one more time, full speed. Just a great little technique right there to get around his opponent's defense. Okay, so last one here. We're going to look at this one here. This is a great combination here of rolling with the punches. So again, the Russian fighter did this earlier already, where he switched from orthodox to southpaw and was able to attack and fire back right away. Before he did that offensively, he threw the right hand, landed southpaw, and then threw again as a southpaw. This time he's doing it from a defensive perspective. So let's go back one more time, go in slow motion. So the Polish fighter lands a great inside low kick right here. And this low kick is great because it hits the thigh clean, and it actually moves the fighter from Russia over. Look where he lands right now. That's not a good position. He's square. His feet are square. His hips are square. He's actually even got his head a little bit in front of his body, so his balance is a little bit off. But rather than try to stay here where he's vulnerable or try to back away and try to reset, he flows with it. He kind of rolls with the punches or rolls with the kick, you might want to say. So he ends up stepping his stance to southpaw right off the bat. And he uses that to attack with his jab, cross, front body hook, and then his back leg low kick at the end. Now that low kick got checked, it didn't score, but again, this is still a really slick looking combination of just adjusting to what's happening. You get kicked, you get put off a bad spot, but you kind of roll and you flow with it into a better position where you can maybe attack again. Let's watch that one more time, full speed. Okay, so again, these last couple situations were high-level things that might take a little more practice to do, but they're things you guys can still think about and ways to improve your game when it comes to kickboxing or even Muay Thai as well, because these same principles still apply in Muay Thai. So there you go. Hope that helped a little bit. That's just a great, great high-level kickboxing fight from the 2015 WAKO World Championships. And actually, the winner of this, again, was the Russian fighter. He actually lost his next fight, so he settled for the bronze in this tournament. That just shows you how high-level these tournaments are at the WAKO Worlds. These are two amazing fighters right here, and there were still even other amazing fighters as well that were able to medal gold and silver above these guys here. There you go. If you have some comments or some questions, please do me a favor, drop them down there below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this helped you out. And I hope to do more fight breakdowns for you guys like this again in the future. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope to help out a little bit. I want you guys to stay healthy, stay safe, train hard, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.